It's my assignment to show you the progress that I've made, that God did.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Don't have a secure man, run. You're in trouble. Because this man needs to be secure in the house and out the house. He needs to know, I got a good woman by my side. I don't care how many men want her. I know she's gonna hold me down.
What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? Hey, what's goody, y'all? What's goody? I'm back. I apologize. Okay, sometimes you just have some technical difficulties. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all can hear me all right, if y'all can see me all right, and how you feeling. Okay, you already know the vibes. If you catching it from this part, you catching the replay, baby. And ain't nothing wrong with the replay. It just means that I'm not on live no more. But remember to like, comment, and share, and turn that bell on, all right? Turn that bell on. That way, when I jump on or jump off, you get a special notification that say, hey, the Boss Collab is calling you, okay? The Boss Collab is calling you, all right? Let's see who we got in the building. We doing a little round and round. Here we go. Elena, shout out to Elena there. She always the first one here. Hood TMZ got my back. That's my team. Aisha, nope, you ain't miss it, girl. I said 7:30 Eastern time. I'm at 7:30 Central time, chat. It was your time. It was your time. All right. I thank y'all so much for coming through. My other team there always got me in the back. Tiana, I appreciate y'all so much. So let's get right into it. Okay. Let's get right into it. Y'all go ahead and click that share tab. Take that link, text it out to people, put it into your group chats, all that stuff. Get some people back up in here, okay? I know I had some people in here, but we're going to have a good time today, all right? So as you see, I started off with that Nikki video. You know, if you don't got a strong man, run. You don't got a strong man, run, okay? The reason why I started off with that video, as you see, the title of this video is or are alpha females killing the identity of men, okay? I don't believe that title. I'll let y'all know my opinion. But the reason why I started off with that video is because the words that she was saying is so true. But the passion that she put behind those words, you know, some people may say, oh, she's an alpha female because she's, you know, a little bit rough around the edges. I'm a little rough around the edges, so I could totally relate to that. If you could relate to that, have you ever been called an alpha woman before, alpha female? Even the males that's in the and on here rocking with me, have you ever been called an alpha male or alpha female? Let me know in the comments. The way that I feel about being an alpha male, an alpha female. Yes, we are back. The way that I feel about being called the alpha female, I don't agree with that title. I don't agree with that title at all. All right. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of my background, and I'm going to drop the link because I definitely want to hear from y'all. This is a different, you know, type of show right now. We're going to do a little bit different, and it's an open panel. What that means is that I want to hear from you. When I drop that link, go ahead and click on it. You don't got to get on camera, nothing like that. But I want to hear from you, especially if you don't want to type. But if you choose to stay in the comments, that is totally fine too. I'm not going to beat you up about that, but I would like for you to come up here and, you know, go ahead and let's get a healthy conversation going. Okay. Yeah. So a lot of times I've been called, you know, an alpha female, and I just don't agree with it. The reason why I don't agree with it is because most women that's considered alpha females really didn't have a choice to, you know, be put in that situation. A lot of times, you know, maybe something happened, or, you know, your partner is gone, or you reached hard times and stuff like that. And it's usually you got to take care of the kids by yourself. You a single mother, you know, things like that. And I don't feel like it's fair to say that a woman is an alpha female just because you see her on her grind. You see her, you know, not asking nobody for nothing, just staying on the steady go, making sure that her kids is right, you know, making sure the house is right. You know, I feel like that is just normal, you know, survival. I don't feel like a woman should be titled like an alpha female, but it's been going on for so long that now females are like, yeah, I'm an alpha female. I'm an alpha female. What's goody, Mr. Reliable? Thank you for coming back. Thank you, Maxine. That's my mommy. Okay. Thank you for coming through. But yes, I don't think that is fair to put that title on a woman, because in a lot of times, not all, but in a lot of times, that woman did not choose to be the head of the household. You know what I'm saying? Now, it might be some women out there. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments. It might be some women out there that, yeah, I like that. I like to lead my man. I like to tell everybody what to do and all that stuff. A lot of times I feel in my situation is that, my approach may come off a little bit harsh, but I'm all woman. I like, I like the tenderness. I like, intimacy and things like that. I like girly things, look, pink all over, pink all over. So I get kind of offended when I hear, especially men, say that are alpha, you're alpha female. You know what I mean? Aisha said, I really hate that term alpha. I do, because it's like, if I'm grinding, I'm getting to where I gotta go, why I gotta be titled, you know what I'm saying? Why I gotta be, or at least try to figure me out first, or hear some of my story before you, kind of give me that, right? Yes, Dre, I know that's you. I know that's you, Dre. No worries up in here. All right. So yes, I definitely want to know, what is your feelings? Well, let's get into what this all started over, okay? This all started over a little Instagram, Facebook post that I put up here. Let's take a look. All right. That was Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. Y'all go ahead and look at this real good, because I want y'all to tell me, what do y'all feel when y'all see this picture? What do you feel when you see this picture? Do you feel, I could tell you what I feel. When I see this picture, I see a power couple. I see a woman that's feeling free. She's feeling independent. She got her man on her, in her hand. She got the baby behind her. I see a lot of power in this picture. But a lot of people don't agree with me. A lot of people said that it took away from his manhood. It made him look weak. To me, I see a supporter. Right now, Rihanna's in the limelight. You know what I'm saying? She's shining. And what we all want as women, y'all could let me know if I'm right or wrong. Let me know if I'm right or wrong. What we all want as women is a support system. So because we usually don't have that, you know what I'm saying? It's looking like we're taking the lead. And I really don't like that, because I like to look at that picture like, wow, he's supporting his woman. And if you've ever seen ASAP Rocky, when he is in the presence of Rihanna, he is in awe. He is in awe, and that is like the best feeling. So even a strong woman, that is what she wants, to feel. Do y'all agree with me? Y'all let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, what you said, heart. Oh, I think you did a little wave or something like that. Some of the YouTube things don't come up there, but that's all right. Tiana said, I hate alpha males that feel entitled to be called an alpha male. Oh, we're going to have to come back to that one. You're going to have to let me know. We're going to have to come back to that one. Look what Aisha said. I'm sick of people with their crazy opinions. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, let them live. I learned to embrace it. That's important. I definitely want to hear more about that. Why did you learn to embrace it? Elena said, looks like Steve and Elena, the strong arms of the daddy, holding up the child. And I bet you Steve don't have no problem holding the baby. He ain't got no problem. I just see them just, prancing like, la, 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 we on the beach, you know what I'm saying? Y'all working, we treading the sand, you know what I mean? That's what I see. What do y'all see when y'all see that picture? All couples do what works for them, as they should, as they should, definitely. But that was my that was my take on that. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and drop the link. I told y'all earlier, if you feel like coming up here, we could have up to 10 people up here at one time. All right. You don't have to turn your camera on if you don't want to, but I just want to hear from you. I want the people to hear your opinion. Let's have a healthy conversation. And part of the reason here of communication is actually all this texting. Don't nobody stay on the phone no more. Don't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Don't nobody stay on the phone no more. Everybody just want to, let's text, let's send messages and stuff like that. Now I try to send voice memos, just so you know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Just so you know who I am and what I sound like. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and click the link. Let me know. I want to hear exactly what you feel about I want to hear exactly what you feel about that picture, okay? And I'll put it up. I'll put it up one more time because I just love looking at it. I just love looking at it. I love looking at it. I mean, it's just power to me. He got his baby. He happy. He happy with life, and I think people just make opinions really quickly without thinking. You know what I'm saying? And you have to kind of, a picture is worth a thousand words. You have to kind of pick out what those 1,000 words are. So Maxine said, yes, I want my man to give me those bedroom eyes. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Give me them bedroom eyes. Okay. So like you said earlier, you said you learned to embrace it. You just learned to, hey, I'm an alpha female. That's what I am. Yep. I'm strong. I'm this, I'm that. And you ran with it. So that's exactly what I want to hear, because I'm not embracing it. I'm not embracing it because I feel like if I embrace alpha female, then a lot of men would expect me to do, the things, that they want me to do. And some things I just think we should compromise on, we should just compromise on. But I did run across this video right here. And this young lady seems like she embraced alpha as well.
A lot of alpha females, boss ass females, okay? Expectations are, okay, this is what I bring to the table. So I expect you not to be no lying ass nigga with no 50 ass fucking kids and no crazy ass baby mamas and no wild ass shit, which 9 times out of 10, you're fucking hiding. But also, too, I don't want you to come with 30 bitches that you're smashing. But again, a lot of times you niggas will still go for a woman who's these chicken nugget type of females you're talking about, because she requires less of you, because you know that if I bring the motherfucking table to the table, then my nigga, you gonna have to put on a fucking
what's
suit
crazy?
before you sit down.
That's a lie too. That's a lie also. You know why? Everybody in this room know who this woman is, but I ain't gonna say her name.
Yes. So she said a mouthful. Okay. And I'm gonna definitely let y'all speak on that, because certain things I don't agree with what she's saying. But I do have some guests in the building, so we about to add them up. Come on up. What's goody, Dre?
What's
What's
good? Am
How
I
you
coming through
feeling?
clear? Can you hear me?
Crystal clear.
All right, good deal.
How
Pleasure
you
to
feeling today?
I'm fantastic. Never been better. Pleasure to
I
be
know
on your
that's right.
platform. I think this is a much needed conversation that our culture needs to indulge in, civilly and respectfully. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, and that's cool.
Yeah.
But I just thank you for the opportunity to be one of the many people that I'm assuming that's going to come on here and get their opinion.
Yeah, we need this. We need
yeah,
these
for
healthy
sure.
dialogues,
For
So
sure.
yeah,
For
so
sure.
let me tell y'all. Let me give y'all a little introduction. So Dre, right? When I posted the picture, right? Dre had a very interesting. Matter of fact, let's go to
Yeah, pull it
comment,
up,
okay?
pull it up,
Because
pull it
this
up.
is what made me feel like, we definitely need to have a conversation, between men and women. It don't always have to be like, the person that you're talking to. You can always feed life and give tips to somebody else that you come into contact with. So that's
True
why I
indeed.
like healthy conversations, about things that can help us. So just to go to Dre's comment here, let me give that. My question, I basically was saying, I know men are not mad about this cover. And Dre said, yes, I am. He said, I am, and a couple of my homies too, right? Am I lying?
Right.
That's what you said,
True
right?
indeed. Nah, that's the truth.
Okay. And so then he came back, because I said, why though? I need to know why. Because when I see it, I know what I see in there, but I need to know why you did. He said, well, the short answer is because I'm old school. The longer answer, why, is I don't like it, is because the photo symbolism is what the world is continuously force feeding us. That is that the Black man resides in the back seat of the home. Personally, I would have been fine with the couple walking side by side, shoulder to shoulder, with the baby in the middle, having his hands held by the parents. But that's enough for now. So I said, you know what? Hold on. You know what? Hold on. I need to dig a little deeper in that, because some of the points you said, I see why you said that, but I want you to tell the people what you meant why that
Let
is.
me let me give you a little bit of background. First of all, I am old school. I'm 47 years old. My parents been married 62 years. All
Okay.
right.
Clap it up.
My parents been married for 62 years. My dad is 83. My mom is 81.
Mm-hmm.
My sister, she just celebrated 25 years last September, and my other sister got about 33 years.
Okay, yes.
Married to married to
Longevity.
the married to the same people. I was
Yes.
married for 15 years, 342 days. I'm recently divorced. I I
Why is you
I,
counting the days like that though? Why?
I need all my shit. You know what I'm
I know
saying? Excuse my French, but
you
I
good.
was married 15 years, 342 days. Unfortunately, it didn't work. I wish her the best. I filed for divorce.
Okay.
I'm the one that filed, which is kind of weird. But anyway, I really believe that the situation that we're being presented with, as far as the photo,
Mm-hmm.
it shows some things that I picked up on instantly. First of all, both of them are really established entertainers in the hip hop space, in the music business, in the community.
Right.
It's a family.
Mm-hmm.
She's with a child. They already have a child. And I believe that when I looked at the photo, I saw Rihanna leading ASAP.
Okay.
And I always have a thing when I see a couple holding hands. I'm real cognizant of how the position of the hand is placed. When a
Okay.
man is holding when a man is holding his woman's hand, if it's underneath and hers is on top, she's leading him.
Ooh. I got some
If
old
the
schoolers in the chat. Hold on, Dre. Hold on. Because I got some old schoolers in the chat. And I
Okay,
know that kind of thing. Like, when you're walking down the street, you're not supposed to let your lady
lady be
walk
on the
on the
curb,
outs-
you know what I'm
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
All of that.
Okay.
You're supposed to get the door, all of that. That's me.
Okay.
That's how I'm cut.
Yes.
She was holding his hand, he was holding the baby. I think that I don't there's nothing in itself wrong with that picture, with that representation.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that the oversaturation of that representation, and many of them like that we've seen over the years, symbolizes an agenda. And I'm not trying to get on no Farrakhan type shit or
No,
nothing
we
like
hear
that.
you.
Shut up.
We with you.
I think it just symbolizes an agenda that is being perpetuated to continuously chip away at the masculinity, not toxic masculinity. I hate that term.
Okay.
All right, because we could get into that later, but
Right.
it chips away at it chips away at the masculinity, particularly since I'm black, the black man at the head of the home,
Mm-hmm.
leading the home in a responsible way.
Got you.
You know what I'm
Got you.
saying? When you have an able-bodied wife,
Mm-hmm.
woman, companion, partner, and you have an able-bodied husband, whatever the case may be, both in the home, I believe that it's a godly mandate that is incumbent upon the man to lead that home.
I like
Not
that.
saying that the wife is lesser than or
Mm-hmm.
any such thing,
Okay.
but there is and I ain't gonna preach, but there's a heavenly mandate that was placed on the man when it came to the responsibility of the weightier things.
Got you.
So
Hold on, because
yeah,
we gotta dissect this. Hold on. I got somebody else in the backstage coming up here. My girl. Hey, beautiful.
Hey, darling.
Hey,
How you
beautiful.
doing?
How you
Can you hear me?
feeling?
I'm good. I'm good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Okay. Hey, darling.
Yes,
How are you? I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name. How you doing, sweetie?
I'm
that's
fantastic.
Dre.
My name is Dre. How are you?
Hello, Dre. I'm SJ. I'm good. I'm good.
Peace, Queen. Peace.
All right. So, Dre, well, just to touch on a little bit of what you said, Dre, and I like that. And I think most of the women here will agree, and the men that I see in the chat here will agree to that. Yes, it's no problem with the man being the head, of the household and taking care. We want that. We want that. But what we also want is we want to help too. We want to,
Oh, that's how y'all was created. Women
yeah,
were created to help.
so I think that like the term when it comes with the alpha female, I think it's just like men look at women like she thinks she could do everything better than me. She thinks she can take over my role. And it's not that. I think it's just that we do want that, but we also want to be involved with it and we want to be recognized for? What you think, Saraya? What you think? What I'm talking about?
Well, if we're talking about the picture, that's one thing. I think something totally different with the picture. But as far as just men and women relationships,
Mm-hmm.
women don't want to be men. we
Facts.
don't
Fact.
we don't want to be men.
Mm-hmm.
And so to put us in a position where all of a sudden the things that you're seeing in the media and all this stuff is perpetuated by us, we're strong because we have to be. We're
Mm-hmm.
strong because we've been placed in those positions. And if we
Mm-hmm.
weren't strong, then we would have perished.
Right.
Okay. Because in the absence of men that are going to step up, then women had to step up. And
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
when I see brothers like Trey, that looks to be a good brother, that has the values that he has, that's beautiful. The
Yes.
problem is that today's man doesn't have those values. And
Mm-hmm.
that is what we're dealing with. And so for me, when I see brothers that are of his ilk talking, I don't want you talking to women. I would like you to talk to your brethren,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
because that's where the problem. Like if men are going to lead, then damn it, lead.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make everything our fault, but you're the leader. The leader
Right.
bears the responsibility. So just like the leader takes all of the accolades when things are going great, the leader takes all of the bullshit when things is going wrong, because
I feel you on
everything
that.
is on that leader. That's
Yeah.
in
Mm-hmm.
any place that you go to, military, household, job. It's the supervisor, the person that has put themselves or that are in the title of the lead. That's the
Mm-hmm.
person that everybody has the questions for.
That's right.
What
Mm-hmm.
seems to be happening now is the leaders want to then blame the helpers.
Right.
Well, the reason that all of this is going wrong is because of single women households and single. Well, listen, that if you're going to lead, then lead.
That's
If you're
right.
not, then move aside, because of the household, somebody got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And if the man that's there is not going to do it, then that woman is going to have to. Or where exactly are they trying to go? And you got to be leading me in the right direction.
That's
Mm-hmm.
right.
You
That's
can't just
right.
come in and tell me that you a leader or you a builder, but you ain't got no references.
That's right.
I
That's
That's
for
totally
right.
me
agree.
personally.
I
That's for
totally
me
agree with that.
personally. When it
I
comes
agree
to
with
the
that as well.
picture,
Let me see
you
some of
have
these.
two pictures. You have two people in that particular picture that we're
Mm-hmm.
talking about that stand on their own. So for me, what I saw in that picture was
Mm-hmm.
Aesop Rocky was the boy. The boy.
Yeah.
Okay. To me, that was him being secure enough in his manhood to allow his woman to fucking shine,
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
because his woman is doing a lot.
That's it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Riri is the world's sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so and Riri is very strong on her
Yes.
own. But she's not out here talking about how she's, running ASAP and all of this stuff. I saw
Right.
in that picture, I saw a family with a man that's like, you know what? I don't have to always be in the lead. Why does the picture always have to be with the man in the lead?
So Dre, because I know
Yeah.
you said something that was interested. You said that you felt you would have rather saw parents on both sides and a baby in the middle, and it immediately brought me back to like my childhood. That's how it used to be, like the man and the woman, and you holding the baby and swinging the baby and stuff like that. I saw that, but
Mm-hmm.
what that made me also realize is that a lot of the principles that we are using from the old school don't work for today.
Well, they didn't work
Most
then.
of them
Shit.
do. Most of them do, as far as the man taking care of the home, the man being the protector, the woman being the nurturer, things like that. But certain
I,
things I think haven't shifted over to where we're at today, and we're still trying to mimic our parents and grandparents. We have
and
to
I think
realize
they.
that. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, if I could, I think they haven't shifted by design. I don't think they haven't shifted because they don't work anymore. Like I just mentioned, my parents have been married for 62 years.
Mm-hmm. No
My mom,
problem.
she's 81. My dad's 83. She still cooks. My dad can cook. There's certain things that my dad can't do that my mom has to do. There's
Right.
certain things that my dad can do that my mom can't do. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
things of that nature. I just really believe that there is a higher level of um, manipulation
Mm-hmm.
and kind of like bait and switch type thing when it comes to the black man, because I believe that these things were put in place because individuals know, systems know, people know that if us as a unit, as a family, the husband and the wife, the black man and the black woman, the husband and the wife reach our level of potential, will change the whole
We would take
trajectory of
over.
this world.
We would
Now,
take over.
to the single mothers
Mm-hmm.
that may be hearing this or that are out there, whatever the case may be, the single mothers have done an admirable job of raising their families. We are the only race of people, and I'm not saying we're the only single people, but we are the only race of people, our women are the only race of people that can be on the phone, at a stove, making dinner, with a baby in the belly, with a baby on the hip.
Yes.
Tell me I ain't lying. I'm
You
telling
ain't
the truth.
lying.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
You
and
right.
that is by necessity.
Okay.
Because there have been things that have happened. Like I said, I'm 47 years old. There are things that have been happening since I was born in the 70s and the mid 70s and the early 80s with the crack era.
Yeah.
Born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio. That's
Yeah.
where I'm from. And
Yeah.
I've seen crack.
I'm here right now.
I've
Hey,
seen
you in
Cleveland?
Ohio?
I'm here right now.
Look
I'm
at
with
that.
the kids because my daughter went to Japan for her birthday, and I'm here with the children. I came here from Virginia to stay with the kids so that she could go and enjoy herself with her husband.
So you're in Cleveland?
I am in Cleveland right
Go
now. I
That
leave
is
on Sunday.
that
Look
is
how we
crazy.
aligned.
That's crazy.
Listen,
Just out of curiosity, what side of town are you in? I'm just curious. I'm not going to
in
ask
Euclid.
you.
I'm
You in
East
Euclid?
197. East
Wow.
197.
Okay. My church is in Euclid on 260. I know exactly where you at. But I'm a ways away from you. But I think that the thing, like with the crack era and stuff like that, where men getting incarcerated and things of that nature, and petty crimes and the judicial system, and it's not no conspiracy theory or the white man did it. It's none of that. But there is some people who see the power in us more than we see in ourselves, I believe. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
And I think that there were mechanisms put in place strategically by the powers that be to be able to circumvent anything or a lot of the things that have taken place. Now, to that point, many of us have rose or risen above that.
Yeah.
The black women as well. They've been the single mothers and things of that nature, but there's a balance and there's a duality that is missing when there's a single father taking care of kids or single mother taking care of the kids. The Bible said, and I'm not going to preach, I promise. The Bible says that God created man and female, created he, him, created he, them.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So there's a balance that takes place between the man. Even though I'm a United States Marine, I served 4 years in the Marine Corps. I got a tender side. Appreciate it. I can sing to my woman. I can cook for my woman. I can rub my woman feet and stuff like that. I can beat somebody up if somebody coming to, harass my woman. Things of that nature.
Come on.
But the fact of the matter is, it works better when it's two of us working together, and not one in front of the other or ahead of the other. We're a team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's just my whole point.
You said something else. Let me because the comments going crazy. Let's see what the people talking about. Aisha said, it's sad because the opinions came in when the magazine is for women, and he's a masculine man with a woman at the top of her game. If he was the main focus, they would call him a sus. You know what I'm saying? And that's good because I got something coming up. Hold that thought, Aisha, because you right on target. You right on target. My mama says she agree with compromise. Compromise is everything. Compromise is everything. Hood said he ain't see nothing wrong with the picture. Nothing wrong with the picture. And we had a conversation as well because I had to ask him, like, wait.
Magazine.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, how you feel about it? Because I'm thinking when I seen it, I'm like, everybody kind of had the same notion, like, the black love, black couple. And he was like, I don't see nothing, wrong with that picture either. Tiana said, I was taught that holding hand technique in church. Men hands are supposed to be on the outside, women hand on the inside. And she's 22, so she on to something. She on to something. Now, Dre, you said your parents been married how many years?
62.
62. Elena got 46 March 31st. Y'all give us some love in the comments.
Congratulations.
You know That's Black talent love. And it's important for people to know that there are people who stay together that long. And it's possible because we look at it at our grandparents, but we don't think that it's good enough for us. Like
Right.
we
Or
wouldn't
even
be
doable. Or
You know
even
right
what's
or
doable.
important for
doable.
people to know? You know what's important for people to know? What's important for people to know was that 46 years that she has, and Dre, say it again, how many years your parents
60,
have?
62?
They didn't come easy.
Nah.
Life was
Nah.
happening all through
Hmm.
them years. See, most people
Yeah,
believe,
for
and
sure,
I
for sure.
heard a friend, a person that I like to follow that had the same message. Most people believe that marriage is the end game. No, marriage is the
Mm,
beginning.
Yes.
Marriage
right,
is the
right.
beginning. Everything that you
Yes.
went through to get married and all that stuff, you was just at the registration table, sweetie.
Hmm.
Marriage is a long marathon. And
Dre, they
so
said
all of
preach,
that
Dre.
time,
They say you
Oh
don't
all
my
hold
that
back that
God.
time
Holy
that people
Spirit. They
have
said you
in,
preach, Dre.
they need to
You
know that
yes,
that time
it's the
in
long
comes
term.
with strife, and it comes with struggle, and it comes
Yeah.
that it tests your commitment.
Yes.
I guarantee you that people that have been together for that long didn't really have a whole lot of talks about who was the leader and who was the follower.
They
I
Okay.
just did it.
guarantee you that they
Hmm.
spoke about who was the best at doing whatever the
Hmm.
fuck needed to be done
That's
at the
right.
Hmm.
time.
That's
And
Hmm.
right. Well, I
so,
got something here because
again,
Dre, you was touching on something, and you too, Saray, was touching on something. Anybody else that want to jump on here with us? This is an open panel. Anybody is welcome to come up here with us. But I ran across this. I want y'all to listen carefully to this because y'all touched on this, and we'll come back. I'll let you know how y'all made me pull this up.
You know, it's hard to be masculine, right? So that willful, fearless, determined generation, I'm gonna just be honest with you, ladies. A lot of the brothers that y'all, a lot of the men out here, man, it's just not good for you at all. Like, just not good. Like, it's over for a lot of them. And you got to be careful because you might be procreating with some soft ass men, and then you gonna be mad. Because I talk about this a lot, right? You know, you see me with the crown on. I don't want to deal with the hoochie daddy boys. We got the crown on. We on another level, man. I'm on my God body. I ain't got time for all that stuff. But it's sad because y'all got it tough. Like, it's such a small percentage of real ones left, you know. And inshallah, we all procreate and we raise some children and produce the next generation to be a little better. But it's sad that these young boys, and you know, a lot of women played a part in this, culture played a part in this, music played a part in this, the household played a part in this, the lack of fathers played a part in this, the bitter mamas played a part in this. All of these things condition the mind of the young male to not want to become a man because society is all against men. Like, it ain't just in the music, it's in the food, it's in the atmosphere, it's in your conversation, it's in all of it. Like, you got to think about this. When was the last time you heard a group of women having a positive conversation about men? And there's always little children and little boys around. You feel me? So it's a cold game and it's a cold truth. Because y'all don't even talk positive about men. And then when men get together, y'all niggas be talking about niggas ain't shit, bitches ain't shit. Women talking about how niggas ain't shit. I don't trust no hoes. You feel me? So, you know, it ain't just the men, it's the women don't want to become women. And because we look at each other like, damn, these niggas is soft, and men be like, man, these bitches is hard. Excuse my language, part of my Francais, but this the reality, you feel me? And so neither one of them rock with each other. So now you got a culture that say, well, fuck them, we just go play them then. They ain't worth shit then. So now everybody aggressively toxic as shit, where everybody just out to get at each other. You feel me? And so it's a cold game. And then when a woman does speak positively or high about men, she now get attacked by other women. And if a man speaks positive or high about other women, oh, now he on some feminine shit. He on some, oh, he trying to be a feminist, or he trying to appease women. Like, it's cold. They done got us so, like, it's a backwards culture. And the backwards culture is, how do you turn the people around that everything that is right, it makes them feel like it's wrong, and so they start living everything in backwards. They speak backwards, talk backwards, act backwards, live backwards, think backwards. That's the backwards culture. It's an upside down culture. It's the perfect spell you want to put on the people if you want to curse them for the rest of their life.
Oh, that was so deep to me when
Yeah.
I saw that. I had to play that video in its entirety because for me, he hit the nail on the head, especially when he went into, like you said, Dre, this is the perfect way to destroy a body of people,
True
is to
indeed.
separate the household.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what's happening in society right now. The fact that we've been trained. I told my daughter, I said, my nephew, he's 4 years old. It's a house full of women. He's probably like the only man, you know what I'm saying, in the house.
Mhm.
And, you know, including with us, you know, we just a family of women. And I couldn't think that I was speaking. I speak positive to him. I call him king. You a man. You don't hit women. We respect. I speak it to him, but I had to check myself and say, do I be talking negative about men around him?
Mm.
I sure do. And what that does is that subconsciously that's making him think that that's what men do outside.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? It's like a trickle effect. But he said a lot in there. I want to give y'all time to comment on some things that he said.
I mean, there were things that I agreed with and there were things that I didn't. I can't take, I very rarely take everything that someone says, only because if you let a person talk for long enough, they'll start to talk in circles.
Right.
And so once again, when I said men can't claim to be the leaders, but blame women for things. Women absolutely have to stop and take stock in themselves and the choices that they make. At the same time, we have to understand and we have to allow for, just like you can, there's a saying, that you can't make a hoe into a housewife.
Right.
Actually, I beg to differ about that because a whole lot of housewives started off as hoes.
Okay.
If you doing the definition,
Come
I'm
on,
just being
SJ.
real. I'm just
Real
being
talk.
real.
Real
Okay, I'm
talk.
just being real.
I
And
know.
because what's expected is that we are expected to make thieves and hustlers and womanizers into husbands. So don't talk to me about not being able to make a hoe into a housewife, because 9 times out of 10, a woman has earned the title of hoe probably from a person that she hasn't slept with. We get a lot of, just like men get a lot of aspersions cast upon them, so do women. We get a
Right.
lot of it and we're expected to carry things. And one thing that I wanted to say, you can't force people to have to play a role and be strong and all that stuff and then turn around and berate them for it.
Right.
You can't put people in a position where they have to be a certain way, and then when it's not a benefit to you, berate them for that. And that's for
Right.
men and for women. We just can't do that. And the one thing that you said that for me was the most important is that if what that gentleman said didn't do anything else, it made you stop and take a look
Yes.
at yourself. Because a lot of times we talk about community like community ain't the people.
Right.
And we the people.
We the people.
Okay, we the people.
Yeah.
Community is not this thing that's far away
Right.
that's making them. No, the community is
It's
us.
in your
We're the
backyard.
people. And so
It's
you
in
have
you.
to start
That's
with
right.
yourself.
That's
You have
right.
to stop telling everybody else what they need to do and just look in the fucking mirror at yourself and see what
Exactly.
it is that you're doing.
That's right.
Because the community will change one person at a time, and the only person you can change is yourself.
Okay. Okay. That was a word. That was a
It
word.
definitely was. And just kind of like that, to add to that, it goes with accountability. We can't, and I said something, I speak in men's groups and things of that nature, and I'm currently working on a book.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm working on a book. And one thing that's important to me is communication, true. But what's even more important is accountability, because you can't communicate without accountability. Communication without accountability is nothing but an argument. So all it is blame shifting and finger pointing,
That's
things of
right.
that nature. So we have to be accountable. We have to be self-aware to the point where we actually realize that there's something wrong with us.
Yes.
And when we start with that, we have to recognize our condition. We can't do anything until we recognize our true condition.
That's
And
right.
when we recognize that we're messed up, then we can take the appropriate steps and measures to be able to rectify those things that are wrong about us. That's one thing. Another thing is that in our culture, we, to my knowledge, are the only culture that has developed a style of music and a genre of music that is specifically tailored to desecrating and decimating the black
Yes.
woman.
Yes.
I mean, you got songs like "Bitches Ain't Shit But Hoes and Tricks," "Let a
Yep.
Hoe Be a Hoe." There was even a song called "I Hate Hoes, Hoes Hate Me." I mean,
Yes.
she swallowed it.
Yes.
I Ain't the One. Queen Latifah tried to fight against that with "Ladies First."
Right.
And Willie D from the Ghetto Boys had a song called "I Ain't a Gentleman." When the first line of "Ladies," or the chorus of "Ladies First," when she was saying, "Ooh, ladies first, ladies
That's
first."
right.
Willie D's first line was "Ladies first." Who the fuck made up that shit?
See?
9 times out of 10, it was a bitch. You know what
See?
I'm saying? So
Exactly.
we have all of these things that are fighting against us to be
Yep.
able to advance to the people that I think that we all can agree that we can become if we didn't have these situations.
Yeah.
And it's sad because we do it to ourselves.
Yes, we
You
do
know
it
what I
to
mean?
ourselves. And even with the music, we follow that. And yes, it has a nice beat or say something funny. But what we don't realize is that that's seeping into our subconscious. That's seeping into our
Exactly.
mind. It's training us. So when we get home, it's like, what?
So just like
You
Dre said, it's accountability. Because see, you don't
exactly.
have to listen to it.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
dials
What?
on the radio and on shit for a reason. I refuse to this day to listen to a R. Kelly song.
I know that's
I
right.
don't care about the bop. I don't care how great it was. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care how much he changed the music industry. He pees on little brown girls.
Exactly. And I will never be
And
Yeah.
so
okay
for
with that.
me, it's really just that simple. See,
Yeah.
everybody wants to come in, and when it comes to something, when it comes to a sacrifice that they have to make in
Right.
order to stand up for what they believe in, they're
Yeah.
very, very ready to let it all go by the wayside.
Exactly.
But then you
So
got to
I
Exactly.
ask
don't care. I
yourself, do
mean,
they
I know
believe
he
in
ain't do that.
anything anyway?
Ha, that's the question.
Do they believe in
But see, they'll
anything?
believe in it. They'll believe in it if it was their little brown girl that was getting peed on. They would want the
Right.
world to
That's
be
right.
outraged if
You're
it was
right.
their little girl that got peed on. I can't. It's very hard for me to listen to Aaliyah.
Mm,
Not. I'll say this. It's hard for me to listen to her stuff when she was being produced and managed
right.
by Kelly.
Yeah.
Her stuff after that, but even when I look at the album cover, and you have to remember, now here's an album cover, hello, with a
Mm,
girl in the forefront and a dude lurking in the back.
right.
Okay,
Oh,
and
we get into
so
that,
that's
baby.
yeah.
We
Here's
get into
another
that,
one
baby.
where it's a girl, but this was a predator. and
Yes.
and we have to, and I can be very transparent in saying that it is a trauma response because I'm the survivor of childhood sexual abuse, all
Okay.
the abuses.
Right.
Okay, so as soon as I saw the picture, I
Yeah.
knew what was going
You
on
knew
in
it.
the picture
You recognize.
because I recognize it. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
for that, I can't rock with Kelly. I
No.
can't rock with him. I don't
Exactly.
care how much of a bop he did and I can't,
Yeah.
because you also desecrate little brown girls that grow
Exactly.
up to be brown women who will then be desecrated by other men because
Because they
nobody
think
wants
that's
to understand the psychological problems that has
Trauma.
been
Yeah.
created by
that's
what was
right.
happening to them. We're expected to just get back up on the horse.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
expected
Exactly.
to just
But
keep
then when
on
we get
going.
back up on the horse,
We get called a hoe because there's too many horses because our
come
body
on,
count
you get called
counts.
the hoe, you get
Get the
called
fuck
the
out of here. You know what I'm
alpha
saying? Like, come
female,
on.
you get called the male basher, and all you trying to do is find your way. That's how I feel. But wait, hold on. We're gonna lighten up the mood. We're gonna lighten up the mood. We're gonna lighten up the mood real quick, okay? The people said they ready for game time, and y'all could participate in this as well, okay? So what's gonna happen? This game right here is called. Let me look at my notes. Who's the head bleep in charge? Okay,
H
who's
and
the
I C.
head bleep in charge? So what you're gonna see is it's gonna be some pictures that's gonna go by, and in the
Oh, I gotta
comments.
take this call.
Oh, go ahead and come back. Go ahead and come
I
back.
gotta. Okay. All right.
Go
All
ahead and
right.
come back. What we're gonna see is pictures that's gonna go by, and what I want y'all to do in the comment is I want you to tell me who is leading in that picture, or are they equal in the picture? It's gonna be couples, okay? So Ray, you could just yell out the answer. They're gonna type it in the chat, all right? So you're gonna see a video. It's gonna be some couples that slide by, and you need to tell me who in that picture is leading, or if you see them as an equal. It's important for us to see positive imagery, okay? Because this is going to unlock some things, you know, that's going on inside our head, all right? So get ready. Here you go. All right, so we got Russell and Sierra. Who's leading in this couple's relationship? Russell or Sierra?
Quite honestly, I really do believe that Russell is a leader.
Here we go with Barack and Michelle. Who's the leader here? Barack or Michelle?
Michelle.
Michelle too. Tiana Taylor and Iman. Go ahead. You said Russell. Okay. Tiana said Russell.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
thinking Russell too.
Jay-Z and
Sean,
Beyonce.
B. Come on.
What you say?
I don't think she's leading. I think that they're equal
Mhm.
with splashes of, you know.
Right. KO and Gucci Man. Look, she held it down for him for a long time. We got Will and Jada.
Them two about as equal as it gets.
Okay, come on. You can't. Either one can't tell the other one what to do. Aisha Curry, Steph Curry. I don't know. That's a strong woman.
See, I see this other show that they do though. I think it's Steph. Oh, I think that it's the wife here. I think that LeBron
you think it's
is
the wife,
very
LeBron
happily.
wife?
I think that LeBron very happily allows his wife to leave.
What y'all think about Rihanna and ASAP?
I think they equal. I think they're
I think
doing
they
their own.
equal
I
too.
think they're equal and they doing their thing. I just think that this was her cover.
Kevin Gates and Drika.
Kevin
Gates, you know
Kevin Gates.
You getting in the back. He in the back right now, but he talking. Oh, we got
he in the back because
Diddy and we got Carisha.
They ain't no couple, so Diddy leading that.
They count.
Leading that.
They go together real bad. They go together real
Diddy's
bad.
leading it.
Oh,
Diddy is leading.
Blueface and Krishan. Who leading this couple?
They are equally going down the drain.
They are equally crazy.
They need
50
some help.
And Cuban Doll. I love them
50?
together.
I love them together, and I think that 50 is leading.
Yes, he is. I think 50 is leading too.
I think that he is Curtis now. You know
Mr. Potato.
Right.
Wait a minute.
You know who leading. You know who leading. She had him looking for eyeballs and earrings. Girl, don't play with me.
Leading in that. Who is? Come on now. Look,
Mrs.
when I play
Potato
with my
Head,
Mrs.
Mrs. Potato Head had him looking for eyeballs and earrings.
Listen,
honey. He couldn't
the
rest
lady
until
was
he
in
found
charge. Exactly. The lady was in charge. You hear
Brought the
me?
babies back and everything, and don't
Girl,
you lose
yes,
them.
girl,
Yeah,
yes.
Miss Potato Head had that like
yes. That I just thought it was real. I thought it was real cute to kind of like take pictures and see, you know, just see what you feel. And the reason why I made them go fast like that, because that is the attention span of people today. Y'all want to scroll. I'm not saying y'all, but us. We want to scroll fast. We want to read fast. We want to half read stuff. You don't even read all the way. You know, that's why I made it go fast, because I wanted you to think on the fly, because that's what you're doing when you're on Instagram, when you're on Facebook. That's what you're doing. You thinking on the fly. Oh, I'm gonna like that. You don't even know if you like that. It could be a predator. You know, oh, he got a nice body. Oh, I'm gonna like that. He could be, you know what I'm saying?
This is why, girl, you have to listen. I could go to the restaurant. Most of the time I go to a restaurant, I know what I want, but that don't mean I can't look at all the other shit on the menu.
Exactly.
You can look at the menu. You ain't got to touch it, man. You ain't got to do that.
Exactly.
Just look and enjoy.
Yes. So I also found that Jeannie from The Real, she also said something that was really, really good, really, really good. Y'all hit the link if y'all want to come up here and speak on this topic here. Hit the link, But I like what she said here. Check this out.
My husband being so alpha, I have no problem letting him lead. In fact, it's hot for me. So I actually like to turn off the alpha.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in order to get things done, I have to be in charge.
Right.
Yeah. But when I know and trust that there are other alphas in the room, please go on with your bad.
Yes. She said, please take off. And that's what I'm saying. You know, I feel like men, and I don't know, our men done dropped up out of here, but I feel like men feel like we want to do this. We want to have everything on our shoulders. We want
you
support.
know what we want, Tori? We want men that's going to come in and do something that we can't do.
Okay.
Don't come in offering me a whole lot of what I can do for myself. We want you to come in and we want you to be who you said you was going to be.
That's right. And
And when
this
you're not who you said you was gonna be, we gonna get you up out of there, because it's really only the weaker men that's complaining about stronger women.
woo, you on to something. You on to something, honey. Well, some men actually like alpha women. Okay, some
Yeah,
men
they
actually
do.
like alpha women. They like for them to take the lead. They like for them to move forward with them. Oh, we got somebody that came up in the chat. Hey, Tiana, beautiful.
Hey,
How
Hey
you feeling
there.
this evening?
I'm good. I'm good. I just wanted to say something about that last video you just
Sure.
played. Basically, she said that she loves that her man is an alpha man because it gives her a chance to relax, lay back. I definitely agree with that.
Hmm.
People consider me. I don't like the term alpha,
Yeah.
but technically I'm dominant. I'm not really submissive, but I can be. But
Hmm.
I agree. Like, I just want a man to come in and take over. Don't ask me what I want to eat for dinner. Make the decision. Don't ask me where I want to go out tonight. You make the
Right.
decision. Like, I just love a man that can take control. Okay, so this is what we doing today. Da da
Yeah.
da. Like, I won't even step in and be like, no, let's do this. I don't care. I just want to be
Right.
with you and be on your side. I'm here to support, and that's it.
Exactly. Exactly. And like you said, that's exactly how I feel. I feel like, come on, don't I sometimes I want to tell you what I want to eat, but for the most part, I would be even more surprised if you said, babe, I went out and I got us some this. I got you your
Yeah,
favorite I would be more like, no, you didn't. You know
I
what
want
I'm
exactly.
saying?
splashes of that.
And I feel
I
like
want
when a
splashes
man,
of it.
What you
yes,
want?
I feel like, oops, sorry.
No, I'm sorry. We are. I said I want splashes of that,
I know
because
that's
see, um, a man not asking me what I want and just coming and giving me what I want. Most dudes don't have no clue what we want. And
mm,
so the first thing is, the old saying is that you teach people how to treat you. So after I've taught him how to treat me,
hmm.
yes, I want
Yes.
him to then go on and make the decisions. A new dude that I'm meeting
Hmm.
can't just come in and make those decisions
No.
because he has no clue
Yeah,
about and I'm just speaking for me.
No,
right.
you're
Okay, I'm
right.
No,
50, I'm
that's right.
51 years old, and I've been through all
You
of this
look
that y'all
good,
going through. And
girl.
oh, I
Yep.
wish I could have a man like this. I done wished for a couple of different versions of men in my 51 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Right.
and so now what I know is that I want a man that listens.
Right.
I
Yep.
want a man that values me.
Right.
And I want a man that's going to come in and learn me in
That's
the
right.
same way that I'm going to learn him. See, all of that
Exactly.
other stuff will come if you already know who you are, and you are in a safe space with somebody in a relationship where you're allowed to actually let somebody see who you are, and they're letting you see who they are, and y'all
Yeah.
still mesh. That's where the magic happens.
That's right.
So
That's
see,
right. Well,
you really
this
can't come in on me just
yeah,
telling me
just
what to
coming
do.
in, just
No,
jumping in.
no,
It
because
ain't
you
gonna
don't know
work.
me. You don't
Ain't
know me.
gonna
You
work.
don't
Well,
know me.
this gentleman, he has some good tips for the men that do like to date the alpha female. Take a look. Tell me if y'all think he on or something.
Coach, one of my clients came to me and said, how do you date an alpha female? I said, okay, because it's a particular way to do that. I said, an alpha, first of all, let me define what an alpha female is. A woman who has embraced her leadership. She's driven, she's ambitious, she's self-confident, she's highly motivated. And so there's a specific way that you've got to date her. So he says, I like this woman. She's an alpha female. So how should I date her? I said, number one, she wants her equal, a man who is secure, who's confident in what he does. He's secure about where he's going and what he wants to do. So you've got to be secure. Number two, she wants a woman that wants a man that doesn't make excuses. Follow through. Do what you say that you're going to do. Follow through, because that's super important, because that will just rub her the wrong way. So when you say you're gonna do something, you need to do it. Number three, all right. She wants you to pursue her, but she wants you to give her space too. All right. And that's a delicate balance where don't just go all in. Let's make it some mystery. Let her know that you're interested, but still give her room, because she doesn't want to she doesn't want to be controlled. She wants to feel like, there's some mystery about you. You say, listen, I'll call you back and we'll do such and such, such and such. But you don't want to text her every 3 minutes talking about what you doing. WYT.
I like the text. I don't know about you, Tiana, but I like the text all day. I like to know what you're doing, where you going. I
Yes.
I kind of like that, but I know some women, don't like that. But I'm one of them that do. Do you like men that text you back to back? Not back to back, but
Absolutely.
just
All day
basically.
long. Yes. Let's
Yeah.
text all day. Only thing I don't like is the random FaceTimes. Like you want to see me randomly. Like, cause I'm not cute all the time. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'm sitting in my room looking like a troll. I'm not
Exactly.
gonna just and sometimes I may answer because it's like this generation, regular phone call is not a thing. Everybody wanna
Yeah.
FaceTime, FaceTime, FaceTime. So I don't know. I'll answer, but I might not show my face in the camera. Then they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, why you not showing your face?" It's just it gets too much for me.
Grandma said, yes, Tiana, I want a man to at least have an opinion.
Yes.
Elena
I
said,
wanted to touch on what he has said in the
yeah.
video though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Basically, I've dated a man that was not dominant, and as I told y'all, I am kind of dominant, so I kind of like lead the way a little bit. I've dated somebody that's like, more submissive, and honestly, it just made me feel weird like dating a man that's like super submissive. Keep in mind, this is younger generation. It's not a
Right.
grown man that's like 45.
Right.
So we're not, dealing with stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it was just weird. Like, he's looking to me for all the answers. Not trying to put nobody business out there, but
Yeah.
I was the one driving. I was the one having the car. He
Yeah.
was the one that just had the place.
Yeah.
So he
Yeah.
depended on me a lot, even when it came to like personal things, like as far as cuddling. I'm
Mhm.
cuddling him.
Oh,
I don't like stuff like that. And that's
yes.
why I don't think I would ever date a submissive man. I'm not saying it's not okay to be submissive,
Right.
but like you have to have a little bit of dominance too when it comes
Yeah.
to
So,
dating me.
yeah, a little oomph, you know what I'm
Yes,
saying? And that actually brings us right into our, next segment here, based on relationships, and what can you do to, not let those things, happen. I think it's important to, really know your partner, get to know your partner first before you jump head first into stuff. But I found it interesting that some people feel like this.
Two things you would say that make things last in a relationship.
No social media.
Damn. Okay.
The only reason why those people are together for this long is they have no social media. They never had a taste of the internet. They don't got options. They don't scroll Instagram and see all these other options on their explore page, and you know how it goes.
Yes. I found
yeah,
that interesting because in today, like you said, it's a lot different. That's what I was telling Dre. A lot of men want to, well, my grandmother did this and she cooked and she cleaned. And guess what? We want to do that too. But we do it kind of a different way. We can't force those old ideas into the future. What we can do is we can
exactly.
recreate them and make it fit today's society. Like he said, no social media. I don't know if I can do that because, you know, I run my business off of social media, and that's how I try to keep it. I try not
Yeah,
to put so much personal information up there because people use information against you every day. You put your relationship up there, they hating on you. Oh, because they like your partner. I like him, but so I hate you.
right.
Hate is hate. So him saying no social media, I was like, whoa. I was like, do power couples really do that? Do you think those
hmm
power couples have no social media?
I think some. I don't know. Social media is a real big thing nowadays. So I honestly think that some may not be on social media, especially like the older generations. But
Generation.
if you are between ages of 20 to 30, maybe 40, you are on social media heavy. So,
Yeah.
of course, you're seeing other women, you're seeing other men, so it makes you might want to second guess or
Here
make
go a
you,
Jim right here. Yes, Elena. She said her and Steve used to text each other from a different room in our home. Ha ha. Communication is key. And I'm laughing too because I like stuff like that. I like to, be playful. I like to, be,
yeah.
let's do something different. Let's let the world. I don't know if I'm saying this right. I was getting ready to say, let's let the world revolve around us. But
Mhm.
basically just everything on the outside don't matter. Let's better us. Let's make us stronger. Let's make us stronger. So
And
Royce
I just,
said, oh, go ahead. I'm
oops,
sorry.
sorry. Speaking on that, I just seen a video of this man explaining that he was saying like, you still got to spice it up even when you got your girl, even
Yeah.
if y'all been in a relationship for years. Like he said he still like come up to her, hey, what's your number?
I know
Let me
that's
talk to
right.
you. And eventually, at first, she like, boy, get out my face, boy,
Yeah.
go sit down. Eventually, she be like, okay, what's your number? Like they start
Right.
playing.
Get right
You
into
know,
it.
we just need to
Yeah.
keep that type of hype going once we get
Yes.
our man or woman.
And I like that too. I seen something I was like that, and I said, some men, when you be like, leave me alone, or I don't feel like it. They don't understand how many emotions we experience throughout the day. So
Yes,
if I say no this time, I might not have caught on that you trying to, do a little something, or you trying to have
exactly.
fun. You got to keep coming. You got to keep coming with it. You got to
Hmm.
be consistent at that, because we go through emotions every hour, every 30
Yes.
minutes. You know what I'm saying? Here go a good comment here. Submission comes from a place of strength. Thank you, Royce, for joining us as well. The picture is one thing, but I think Rihanna sees him as authentic and will go out her way. And will go out of her not to show him in a light that he has an issue with. That's what I'm saying. It's all about respect. It's all about respect. And I do feel like she feels like he is totally authentic. He's not with her because she's Rihanna. You know what I
Right.
mean? He's not with her because, she's her self-made billionaire. He's actually with her because he actually loves her. He cares about her. So yes, submission is going to come naturally. And that just shows that I'm strong enough to say, hey, I want to make you feel good. I want to make you feel secure. I want you to know that I don't want nobody but you. You know what I'm saying? And that's where that comes from. But I think men get the wrong idea. Like, it's either, I even had past relationships where people were telling me, my partner was telling me, you're being too motherly. I feel like you're trying to
Mm.
trap me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, my fate.
Yeah, I never heard of anything like that.
Come on, what do you mean? Do you
How are
want
you
us to feel
too
good or not?
motherly?
You know what I'm saying?
But maybe he's, used to women that don't do too much. And maybe
Mm,
he's used to women that, well, he's used to treating women like I run this, you say nothing, you shut up in the corner.
and go sit back there. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. Exactly. I think this one here, let me see. I like this one as well. Give me a second.
People
Let's
go
see.
into relationships with a 1 foot in, 1 foot out type of mindset because I'm constantly aware of what. As a matter of fact, most people go into the relationship like, I'm doing you the favor. I cut my roster for you. And I feel like that's like, it starts wrong. The foundation's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So now when we're going, anything I don't like or anything that may be a bit left, I have zero grace for that. I have zero patience for that. Why? Because in my DMs currently, there are 20 women that are willing to do whatever I ask them to. Now, again, that's why I say presume, because if you go actually get with the woman, she'll tend to end up like the woman you already with as far as complacency. But that's the other. The perception of what your options are jades people, and it creates a 1 foot in, 1 foot out mentality. I think men and women suffer for that, if we're gonna be honest.
Absolutely. I agree what he said,
Yeah, I
because
agree.
yeah, definitely. You have to be aware, you have to be aware of what you have and what's like, the grass is not greener on the other side. And I think social media does create this environment where it's just unlimited options. You don't know
Mm-hmm.
what that person is going through. We all could get in
Right.
front of a camera and get glammed up. You not seeing my inside. You are seeing the outside of me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I think that because we're so wrapped up into Instagram and Facebook, it affects our relationships, because if it's like, if I don't like what you're doing, I'm just out.
Yeah.
I'm going over here. You
I
know what I
think people
mean?
get caught up in how you look on social media, and especially like how you portray your lifestyle. Like if
Yeah.
you see me posting smoothie bowls, I'm at the spa this day,
Right.
I'm driving a Ferrari that day, and then
Mm-hmm.
you get to know me personally, and whatever I'm doing you don't like, it's an immediate cutoff. Like,
Well, I'm interested in asking you a question since I have you here on the panel. So in your relationships, I know you're a younger generation, but we also need to know that we can learn from you as well, because things have shifted. So in your relationships, what are some things that you think that people can do to actually make their partner feel secure in that relationship? What are some common things that they can do to, make sure, like, she got my back, I ain't got to
mhm,
worry about her. Oh, no, you saw her where? You lying. What's some
right.
things we could put in place to, kind of let our men know that I'm yours and yours only?
Definitely reassurance. Also, like, building that connection where you can just talk to your man and not feel weird that he's judging you, because I do that a lot in relationships. I don't open up and express myself because I feel like I'm going to be judged, or he's just going to look at me like, what is this girl talking about? So
Mm-hmm.
if you can build that type of relationship where you could say, babe, be for real.
Right.
I'm yours. You're
Right.
mine. I'm not doing nothing. So I
Yeah.
feel like communication and reassurance is two big things. I mean,
Exactly.
that's just the basic answer, but
Right. But that's just the top, the whipped cream
right,
right there. That ain't the cake there. I feel you. And that's what I said with relationships. In order to keep a healthy relationship, you have to keep that communication open. You have to be able to speak to your person directly, like no holds barred. Like, I don't like when you said that. I don't like when you did
right,
that. This made me feel this way, and most of the time it makes you feel insecure when your partner is not on board with you. So that
hmm
communication and that trust is a very big one there. Let me
I
see.
feel like sometimes people lack communication and reassurance because of their ego. Like I said,
Mm,
people are like more into what you look like, how you act, what are you on the out, like what are you on the outside, you
right,
know? So
right.
they don't want to bring that wall down so
Yeah,
that you can get in deep in those feelings, like, babe, it's just me and you.
yeah.
Like, it's the ego.
It's the ego, and that's the thing that just ruins it for me. It's like, put that ego down. You don't have to be, oh, I don't have no feelings. I don't like, when men do that, when they feel like they have to be so masculine with me, especially when we are
Right,
behind closed doors. Let it down. You know what I'm saying? Let the
exactly.
guards down. I'm letting mines down.
Right.
I know I keep my guards up when I'm, outside, because it's for me, it's a protection because of things that I've been through. So I keep my guards up. But if I'm in a relationship, I feel like we should be able to be comfortable enough with each other to put our guards down and, communicate.
Yeah.
But y'all know I like 19 Keys. He say some off the wall stuff, but for the most part, he got some good advice for the women. He was on Poor Minds. Shout out to them. I love your podcast. And he was dropping gems. Take a look.
You other things more than the money.
Yeah, money is an interesting tool because don't get me wrong, most divorces they break up because of money. You understand me? So I think money is a standard, but you also got to think about what you think about relationships. 'Cause relationships that's a business. When you marry somebody, that's a business.
Right.
You understand me? That's now is your partner to do business with. Y'all making transactions with. While you out handling business, she may be dealing with the kids. You understand me? Or she may be partnering with you in that business, helping with different details of that business. It depends. Y'all might have to set up a trust foundation, whatever it may be. But if you don't go into that relationship thinking about how we gonna build wealth, do we got goals, do we got visions with each other, right, and for each other, and how we gonna support each other by being in a relationship, it really don't make no sense to be in one.
Right.
So, quick question. So that means that you don't believe that you should solely marry just for love?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Because then you may solely divorce because of love.
Agreed.
You understand me?
Yeah.
Because when the love not there, what's left?
Right.
And when you understand marriages have their up and downs. You understand? Relationships is not always on the high. If you stop loving somebody but y'all still got a business together, you understand me? Y'all got family, y'all got properties, y'all got these things, y'all still have goals. That's gonna be a reason that keeps y'all together through those up and down emotions.
Right.
It's the same thing when you got a business partner. Y'all might not like each other right now, but we got business together.
Oh, I was about to say that. We go through a very rough patch.
Yes. So money and love, does it mix? Do y'all think money and love mix? I think it can. I like
Yeah.
how 19 Keys put it, as far as like when you entering into a relationship or a marriage, some people might not agree, but I do think that it is sort of like a business, because no one likes to say, you're in this to benefit this, for your benefit or whatever, but that's the God honest truth. If you can't help me when I'm down and I can't help you when you're down, then what are we building together?
Right.
You don't have to call it a business, but when you look at the principles, it's actually the same thing. So I feel like, a healthy relationship is one that is stepping into it with, hey, I want to grow with you. I want to build something
hmm
bigger, so I like that he dropped them gems. Did you get anything out of that video?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I feel like when you commit to a person, you're definitely working towards growth and you're working towards your future, especially if it's kids involved. At this point, like once you have kids, you're working to help your kids survive basically and set a foundation for your kids. But like I said, going back to that ego, I feel
Mm-hmm.
like some people they don't give the person a chance. Like maybe that person is not thinking on that level, especially in this generation as far as younger
Right.
22, 20, like us.
Right.
Sometimes we're just surviving just for us. Like when you get in a relationship, we're not thinking, oh, okay, we can come together, we can make a business, or we can get a house, get a
Mm-hmm.
crib, whatever. We're not, some of us aren't thinking like that, but the other
Right.
person may be. And with that being said, the person that is thinking that way
Mm-hmm.
may look at the person that's not looking that way and say, well, I don't got time for this. I'm
Right.
done. When you should be motivating that person to start looking that way, if that makes sense.
Exactly. Exactly, exactly, exactly. Well, let me just take a look here. She said, Elena said, and since Steve's medical emergency, our vows of sickness and health are not being taken for granted. That is true. Some people are just jumping into marriage and they're not taking a vow seriously. You know, you have to know that when you are getting in with a person, that either it's for the long term or it's not. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Either you gonna go all the way or it's just a little fling. And I think as humans, we don't really know how to separate the two, to say, oh, I just like this person because I just want to have sex with them. I never believe that
Hmm.
either. Like girls who are promiscuous that say, oh, I like doing this because I like doing it. No, there's trauma there. To me, there's trauma
Exactly.
there. If you don't respect your body, you know what I'm saying? You don't respect, the fact that you can be a one man woman, you know what I'm saying? Then something is wrong. There's a blockage there. Hood said facts, definitely. It's very important, very important. I think going back to the Rihanna and ASAP video, I think a lot of people haven't seen ASAP in a long time in his element, and his, who he really is, you know what I'm saying? I caught him on Drink Champs, and I like the way he talk about his lady.
And we're so happy. And you know what else we're happy of?
What's that?
You and Riri going through the hood.
Yeah, we got to. It's
You're a
only
real
right.
nigga, because I would have stayed in Beverly Hills. I would have stayed in Manhattan.
Yo, she
you be
10
going to
toes.
Harlem.
She thorough, bro.
Yes.
That's my lady. She thorough.
Are we making
Word.
noise for Riri? I'm taking a
We
shot
got
for
to.
Riri. I'm taking a shot for Riri.
She thorough, you know what I'm saying? She's thorough. He not like
Mhm.
she's an alpha female. She got my back. She's thorough. That's how people talk about they homeboy or something like that. That they loyal. He just, I love the way he talk about his lady, because it's not like she's trying to take over, or like he's not sitting there like, yeah, Riri's the bomb, man. She's awesome. He's standing there like a man. Yeah, my lady thorough. If
Like
she gotta
he's
she gotta
he's
go to
Remember
Harlem.
what
conservative.
I said? He's secure enough in his manhood to allow his woman to just be his woman, to just
Exactly.
shine. He don't
Ex-
have to come through and say, yeah, she this, but I'm that. He ain't do none of that.
Mhm.
She thorough. That's
exactly.
respect.
All right,
That's
what I miss?
respect.
You missed a lot.
You missed some respect going on.
What we just played was ASAP talking about his lady, and it's
Gotcha.
short, so I'll go ahead and give y'all that again. Let me see. He was on Drink Champs.
And we're so
Okay.
happy. And you know what else we're happy of?
What's that?
You and Riri going through the hood.
Yeah, we got to. It's
You're a
only
real
right.
nigga, because I would have stayed in Beverly Hills. I would have stayed in Manhattan.
Yo, she
you be
10
going to
toes.
Harlem.
She thorough, bro.
Yes.
That's my lady. She thorough.
Are we making
Word.
noise for Riri? I'm taking a
We
shot
got
for
to.
Riri. I'm taking a shot for Riri.
And I said I just like how he speaks so highly of his woman. It's not like he's sitting there, not masculine, and he's like, yeah, Riri's the bomb. It's good.
Yeah.
I take care of the baby and stuff. He stood up there like a man and said, yes, she's thorough. She's
Y'all wish y'all
thoroughbred.
had her. She
You know what I'm
thorough.
saying? And he said it in a way like, that's mine. You like that's what I heard between the lines. I don't know if y'all heard. I heard between the
And quite honestly, he thorough too. You know what I'm saying? Because Riri ain't really the type to be messing with no, any old
Slouch.
mofo.
That's right.
Just no any old mofo. So whatever because I'm gonna be honest, when I saw ASAP and Riri, I was like, girl, he got to be treating you like a
You,
queen, girl. He got to be treating
why you
you
say that though? Why you
like
say that?
baby, because that's just the same thing we said when we seen Janet and Jermaine Dupri together. Don't play with my face
Oh, you
like that.
right. You
When
right.
you seen them two together, it didn't necessarily aesthetically match. But see, it's not
Right.
about the aesthetics though.
Yes.
It's about how you're being treated at the time by that person.
Yes.
And so a lot of the things that we put like I said, I'm 51 years old. So a lot of the things that I used to put stock in don't even mean nothing to me no more. Now, let me tell you something though. I'm gonna be transparent.
Let's go.
Ain't no sea donkeys jumping up and down
I
on me,
got
okay? When you look at me, your ass get to do a little shake and a shimmy. Mine gonna do a shimmy too, okay? When I
okay.
look at you.
Get a little
So
twinkle
it
in the
ain't gonna be
eye.
no sea monkeys jumping up. And I done did the pity ones and trying to show that I'm not shallow
Right.
and all this stuff. You do not know how pissed you are until somebody that
Ooh, Chad, I left two good
some mud duck
people
cheat on
here.
you.
Because
Some mud duck that you done I done
Invested
told other
in.
people to go on. I done told them to go on. And then that mofo cheat because he done got beside himself because you so damn hot. And
exactly.
if he pulled you, he's looking at the fact that he pulled you as an accolade to himself.
Right.
No,
Right.
I'm with
As
you
a
because
trophy.
I'm so damn right. But
Yeah,
see,
for
that
sure.
ain't it.
That
This
Right,
is
ain't it.
what
right,
make
right.
you want to slit a dude's throat right at the dinner table with his
She's
mama.
so real. I might have to pull up to Euclid to come meet you. I ain't too
You
far
don't
from you.
come on now, come on now, come on now. Yes, because I'm thorough. Yes,
Right,
Thorough.
right.
yes,
She's
yes.
and
You know
I can
you could
vouch
get
for
anywhere in
that.
Cleveland in
You
30
know,
minutes.
I know.
yes. Yes, I know, but that's how
Yeah.
that's how you got to do. And see, that's what
That's
I
true.
think. Like me and SJ, all of us up here, we could be considered alpha females. If people don't know us, we could be considered that.
But what is the definition of an alpha female? I mean, I don't want to leave anything to assumption. What's your definition of an alpha female?
My
I don't
definition.
have one.
Yeah, I don't really have one
Because
either.
I'm just a
It's
woman.
I'm sorry.
I'm just a woman that does what she got to do when she got to
Yes,
do
I
it.
think it's wrongly labeled, as alpha female. I think other people define an alpha female as somebody that, doesn't want any help, that wants to take the lead in a relationship, wants to be the head of the household, wants to be the kind of dictator to say, I don't like this, I think that that's what an alpha female is. Now, like my mom said, she said that she's embracing it. And I think what women are doing is that they're embracing that boss and because I'm a boss and I'm independent and I got my own car, I get my own money, I get my own this, that makes me an alpha female. No, I'm still a woman. Don't title me. I'm a woman with big ambition. I'm a woman that's dedicated to the vision. I'm a woman that's I'm a go-getter. I'm not an alpha female. You know what I'm
You're a
saying?
woman that does what she has to do
Yes,
when you
I just
have to
to keep
do
my
it.
head above water.
Can I make the alpha acronym?
Yeah.
Able, loving, professional, honest, and ambitious.
You just renamed it. Say it again.
Able, loving, professional, honest, ambitious.
I love it. Now I would accept that alpha. Now the only thing is you're gonna have to change the million minds of these men out here who don't see that. Who don't
It's up to them. They have to take
But
responsibility on themselves to have their minds changed.
There we go
You
with
know what
that
I'm
most
saying?
of the
accountability.
men that's saying that they're alpha men don't fit what he just said.
Ooh,
But
so
you know what? I'm gonna
what's
tell you.
alpha male?
I'm gonna tell you something now about that. An alpha male don't have to say that he's an alpha male.
Ooh.
Nobody does. A smart
Nobody
Right.
person don't have to
does.
say they
Right. You
smart.
don't have.
A boss don't have to say that they a
Right.
boss.
Right.
None of it. That's why I
Right.
don't like the titles. I'm a
Right.
Right.
woman that
Right.
does what I have to do when I have to do it. I
Right.
absolutely would love it if
Right.
someone were capable of coming in and taking over.
Ooh.
But
Hold
even
on,
that,
Dre missed this one.
that,
Dre missed this one.
My
SJ.
husband being so alpha, I have no problem letting him lead. In fact, it's hot for me. So I actually like to turn off the alpha.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in order to get things done, I have to be in charge.
Right.
But when I know and trust that there are other alphas in the room, please
Oh,
go on with your
beautiful.
bad.
She said, please.
Wait a minute. And you know the operative words that she said. When
Know
I
and trust.
know and trust.
Yeah,
When
that
I
he's
know
able to do it.
and trust
Yeah,
that he's
yeah.
able to do it. It's a lot of alphas out here, the people that name themselves that. Just because you're an alpha, just because you're a leader, quote unquote, doesn't mean you can lead me.
That's right.
And a lot of dudes that I hear, because I don't want to talk about I love black men. Let me just put that on out there. Love you to fucking death and back. But you do make me want to choke you out. Just like I'm sure that men, men that love us, we make them want to choke us out sometimes. That's just what it is. Again, when they're labeling themselves this alpha and all of this stuff, most of them cannot fulfill what they're talking about. Men that are looking for submission are always speaking about every woman that they meet.
Right.
Every woman is supposed to submit. Well, is every woman supposed to submit to every man that's calling him? That's a bunch of bullshit.
Come on,
submission
that don't
is
make no
earned.
sense. Yeah.
Submission is not something you're entitled to. Submission is earned. Submission is earned when a woman trusts you, when she knows and she trusts you, because quite honestly, the person that has the most power in that dynamic is the person who's submitting.
It's the
Because
weakest.
they're trusting you with their life. If you're going to be the dominant and you're going to be the one taking over, you have to understand what that means. That means that the responsibility of everything that's going on with this person is in your hands.
Let's go.
So you can't just have no title with me.
Powerful.
It means something.
That's
means something.
Yes.
And if you can't take over all of those roles, then you got to keep it moving, my G. You got to go.
The thing about a relationship is that it mimics a team concept.
Absolutely.
And it's hard to encapsulate exactly how a relationship can flow if you haven't experienced what takes place in the dynamics of a team. There's something that happened. I don't know if y'all sports fans or not, but I think I played sports since I was 10 years old, so everything equates in life to sports to me. Ohio State played Georgia in the semifinals to go to the national championship. They lost by a field goal. Now, there's three things that have to happen in order for a field goal to be successfully kicked. If we would have kicked and made this field goal, Ohio State would have been playing TCU in the national championship. The center has to hike the ball perfectly. The placeholder has to catch the ball and put the ball down and spin the laces towards the field goal so the kicker can kick it through the uprights of the field goal.
Okay.
Something went wrong along those steps, and the guy missed the field goal. Everybody has to play their part in order for this thing to work, no matter how big or how small. Our quarterback was a Heisman Trophy finalist. The Heisman Trophy is the highest award in college football that you can receive. Nobody knows who the center is to hike the ball. Nobody even knows his name.
Wow.
But in that very moment, he played the most pivotal role in the game. And because he messed up, we lost.
It lost the game. Yeah.
It
just
lost.
That
one thing. You have to play. You have to embrace your role.
That's right. Exactly.
You got to embrace your role.
Yeah.
If I'm proficient at taking care of bills, if I'm proficient at cooking,
yes.
If I'm proficient at handling the children, that's my role for the purpose of making sure that the household flows efficiently.
That's right.
That's my role.
That's right.
Marriage is not 50-50. Sometimes it's 90-10. Sometimes it's 75-25. Sometimes it's 100-0. It happens. I had a situation. We talk about transparency. Some years back, I got hit with a case. I was fighting a case.
Okay.
They ran up in my house and tore it up some years ago. And I was, by God's grace, I was able to beat the case and stuff like that. Didn't roll over on nobody.
Thank you, Lord.
Nothing like that. Kept it solid. Lawyered up off top. I watched First 48. You better get you a lawyer.
Look, when they get in that room.
You got to get in a lawyer, because when they get in that room, you're fucked up, right? You know you're fucked up. So my point is simply that at that time, I lost my job. You know what I'm saying? I was going through this trial. And for my wife at the time, it was 100-0. I couldn't do anything.
Dang.
I couldn't do anything. She had to hold it down. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I was able to get back on my feet and continue to contribute as I do and fall back into my role. My point is that we get so typecast into these gender roles.
Yeah.
The husband's supposed to do this. I know so many husbands that can't cook. I'm like,
Right.
what the hell is that? You know what I'm saying?
Slap.
Like you can't cook. I mean, all you can do is make boiled eggs and eat ramen noodles. Is that all
It's
you
like
can
how
do?
you been eating? How you
Right.
been eating
Yeah,
all this time, my G?
But this what I'm
exactly.
telling y'all. See, we are a little bit older. You know what I'm saying? We know those things. Think of the times now. The world is moving. Everything is convenience. People ain't got time to cook no more. They gonna go down the block and go get that processed food. You know what I'm saying? Then talk about why they blood pressure high and all this other stuff because you don't put all that
Man,
junk in your body. But that's what we gotta realize. Everybody hasn't like caught up yet, or like you
right.
said, have taken accountability to look at themselves and say, wait a minute, this ain't working. Maybe I need to look inside myself and just change a few things, and maybe things will move a little smoother. And that actually
Is it me or has priorities gone out the window too?
priorities, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. For some,
What do you mean? What do you when you ask that question? Why do you ask that
priorities
question?
because just like Tori said that people don't have time and in this generation and age, and people don't really because they don't have time, they don't know how to cook. It's accountability. I'm big on that accountability,
yeah.
priorities. I have this thing that I do every morning, kind of off topic a little bit. Everything I do this thing in the morning. It's called my starting five.
Okay.
I wake up in the morning. I make my bed. I was in the Marine Corps for 4 years, and I used to never make my bed. Like after I got out, I don't know why. It's just
Yeah.
not something I did. But I make my bed, game changer. I
Mm-hmm.
drink 32 ounces of water. I do 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, and I walk a mile around my block when I wake up
Okay.
in the morning.
That's
That's my
every
starting
morning.
five. Yeah, that's my starting five.
I need
That's
I
what I
need to
do.
catch up.
And
I
it's
need
the
to catch
minimum.
up.
It's the slight minimal things. I'm about to
Mm-hmm.
hold this book up because I read a lot. This book
Yeah.
right here it's called The Slight Edge. Can y'all see that?
Yeah,
I've read
It's
yeah.
The
called The
Slight
Slight
Edge.
Edge. That book is amazing for personal development. But
Yeah.
anyway, these things that I'm talking about are like priorities. I think that we just fly by the seat of our pants. It seems like anymore in this world, we're just like a cork in the ocean. We're like a leaf in the wind.
Right.
We don't prioritize our days
No.
and make things we just don't. That's what I mean by priority, So a lot of
I think
times
in
when we
that,
don't prioritize,
Mm-hmm.
valuable time gets lost when we don't
Yes. And
prioritize. So
wasted.
and
yeah,
now
Yes.
that you've explained what you meant by the question, here's my answer. I think that people haven't been taught to do that.
Mm,
And at a certain point, you have to have the wherewithal to
right.
do that yourself.
yeah,
And I think that people are so okay with the way things have been. They'll
Yeah.
complain about things, but they ain't gonna complain enough to make a change about it.
right,
Because
Right.
right.
again, when we're talking, people are still talking about community and systems as though they are these things that are
That's
separate
far.
from us. They
Right.
Right.
don't they don't speak in terms of I am the community. What can I do in myself? You have a routine, and I'm going to tell you, I feel much better when I have a routine.
Hmm.
Yes.
When I have a
Hmm.
routine in the morning and things that I know that I have to do, and I'm not
Structure.
just kind of dwindling
Yes.
in the structure,
And
Yeah,
one thing
I
that
am much
does,
better, and we all are. Kids are
yeah.
much better with
yeah,
structure. We've seen it a million times. And a
Mm-hmm.
kid that has no structure at home,
Hmm.
somebody else can come in there with a regime, and that kid straightens right up. It's the same
Exactly.
for us. It's the
Yep.
yeah.
exact same for us. But most of our egos are too big to go on ahead and let that come through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're dwindling. We don't know ourselves. I'm a self-love strategist for
Yeah.
everybody that doesn't know, and excuse my grandbabies in the background that's really getting
Oh,
rowdy about this white rice here.
they're
But
right.
they on another thing. But you know I'm a self-love strategist. It's literally my job to teach people how to love themselves better. I'm also a peer recovery specialist, so I work with people who are recovering from addiction and trauma, childhood
Hmm.
traumas. And
Hmm.
so I see this all the time. If you're a child that was never taught these things, you're going to grow up to be an adult that doesn't know
Right.
things. And it's
Right.
going to be up to you at some point to educate yourself, to get, like you said, Dre, like Dre said, it's about that accountability. But we also have to learn that most children weren't taught accountability.
Right.
Yeah.
They've been raised up in households where everybody is blaming everybody else. And most of the time, the kid was the scapegoat.
That's
Right.
And
right.
so most people are growing up in trauma. And people always
Yeah.
say, SJ, you always think that everybody needs therapy. We all do.
Yes. Yes.
We living
When
in a damn country
I
that
got divorced
hates
on a
us.
Thursday. I got
We're,
divorced on a Thursday, and Monday my ass was in therapy.
yes.
I know that's right.
We're
I
already
w-
You
living in a
got to.
country that hates us. Just look at this. Historically, we're living in a country that hates us. That right there is trauma within itself, and everything that we have to deal with because of quote unquote society. There's that word, the powers that be that treat us how we are. So then we get into these relationships that are treating us like shit. Most of
Right.
us have come from parents that didn't
See?
know shit from Shinola
Now
about
that
being parents. And so with
that's
so
right.
yes, every last one of us needs some type. We at the very least, I'll say we need somebody to fucking talk to.
Therapy
Somebody
is good.
to get it off of our chest. Because if
Yes.
you don't know yourself, if you don't love yourself, I really don't understand why
How
you
you
believe that it's gonna be fruitful for
Right.
anybody else to
Yeah.
love you. You
And
don't
we
even
gotta
love
all know
you.
that we gotta all know too that we do all carry baggage and trauma. And a lot of
Definitely.
us bury that. You know, the only time that comes out is when you're mad or
And
upset. And
it
that's a
comes out
problem.
in the when you least expect it. It could come
Yes.
out because you see the color blue today, sweetie. You
Exactly.
never know what a trigger is gonna be. And
Yes.
so if you haven't taken the time to
Mhm.
start processing and healing yourself before you go and hitch your cart
Mhm.
to somebody else's wagon,
Yeah.
you're going to sabotage that. You're
Exactly.
gonna sabotage it until you get to know yourself.
I'm gonna
Exactly.
leave y'all
It's
with
really
this
that
because I
simple.
gotta wake up at 5 in the morning.
Oh yeah, we don't want to break that routine.
That's funny. Trauma is
Right,
the
he got a
drama.
lot to do.
Yes,
Trauma is
sir.
trauma is the mama of drama.
Ooh, I like that. I like
And
that.
when we don't check our trauma, it seeps over to unsuspecting people
Mm-hmm.
in our relationships. You know what
Facts.
I'm saying? I've seen it a million times. That's why I don't have friends. I got an inner circle. I got
That's
6
right.
people that I confide in. Um, my best friend is a female. We've been best friends since the age of 13. You
Oh,
know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm the best.
And I got other people in my inner circle that I can pray with, that'll pray with me, that I can cuss at, they'll cuss at me, that I can cry with, they'll cry with me. We go out to eat and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just accountability partners. I'm big on that. You know what I mean? So I really, really enjoyed this.
Yes. I
Welcome
was
to
getting
the
ready to say
city.
before you go, because we're gonna wrap it up. And I
Okay.
would like to at least have this, maybe we could call this a, healthy conversations or something like that, where we just
Yeah.
get up here and we'll start earlier. That's why I like to start at 7 because I get up early too, and I get a little sleepy. But what I wanted to do was I did want to leave y'all with a positive, you know, imagery, because we started talking about Rihanna and ASAP. I wanted to show y'all them in another light. You know what I'm saying? So just bear with me real quick, and we're gonna look at this, and then we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, because I want us to have some more time to go more in depth into some of these things, because you touched on something I want to talk about, and that's that female friend from second grade. And y'all
Yeah.
doing
I got a and look, I got a
listen,
male friend and the same
we
thing. I
gonna
have a
get
male
it.
friend since
Yeah,
the
We was
same
child.
day.
13.
I ain't
Since
gonna
we
Since
was
put that
11
man
13.
through.
years old.
Nah, we 13. Never had sex, never dated, never did
I
none
ain't
of
gonna
that.
say that,
And
but
she, nah, real talk. And she cold, trust me. And I ain't saying that I ain't never wanted to, but she like,
Okay,
Dre, we ain't go. Nah, I ain't saying I'm a real ass man.
I
Trust
know
me
that's right.
when I tell you. But she,
Yes,
no, she shot it down to the point where that's my girl for
I
real.
know
And
that's right.
yeah, that's my best friend for
I
real.
like
that's
that. I
another
like
good
that.
topic.
All right.
Healthy platonic
Yeah.
relationships. They do exist.
Ooh,
Yep.
y'all better be here next week, because we gonna turn it up. Hold on, but we gonna I want y'all to just see them in a different light, and I just want to touch on a couple of things. Hold on, let's see here. So they did like a little interview. Let's see.
It's muted.
Oh, it's muted. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Look at my team. Got my back.
ASAP
All
Rocky.
right.
What is your skin type?
Handsome. Oh my God.
Hey GQ, it's Rihanna, and I'm going face to face with ASAP Rocky.
All right, ring, 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 ring. What's up, Riri?
What's up, Rocky?
How you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm chilling.
So I need to ask you the same stuff. What is your favorite Christmas? I just want to say the same thing. It means so much in 4 letters.
Yeah.
But it's also
it can mean like
really
it can
offensive.
mean, no, but it can mean like you know, I just like drop my glass of juice. So like,
Yeah, it could mean that. It could also mean that.
true, but I like better. Like.
Yes. A food that you would never eat under any circumstance.
Chitlins.
I just went to say it. An intestine of any animal. Like, that's just like, come on. That's no bueno. Like, I went to say celery, and then I was like, nah, I could get through that if my life depended on it. Animals. I don't know.
I'm with you.
Unless it's good for your skin.
Agree to agree.
What's the hardest part about working with me?
I think the hardest part about working with you is not goofing off and laughing the whole time. Like, this is comedy. That's the hardest part. You know, we such people, we so cool. It's just hard not to laugh. That's all. But it was fun.
I know.
The hardest part is not having too much fun. You just forget that it's still, you know, work at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's a good answer. What is your self-care routine, and how do you take care of yourself?
My self-care routine would be showering, taking care of my skin, exfoliating, moisturizing, just cleansing myself, grooming, trimming, anytime I could. You know, it's a pandemic right now, so I've been chilling on all that, but for the most part, yeah.
All right. So I like
that energy.
I
see
love
now,
it.
and see now, I can see, because it's an energy thing. You know,
This
it's
is
an
what I got
energy
from
thing.
it. I like the fact that, first of all, it was face-to-face contact. It's not text. It's not Instagram. It's a different energy when you see your person or hear their voice. It's a different energy. You feel that giddy little, y'all seen what was happening. The second thing I liked about that was you seen when they was kind of not agreeing a little bit on, I think it was the food or something like that, or he said something and he ended it with agree to agree.
Because they both didn't want them intestines.
Right. I don't know. Yeah, that's true. That's true
so,
too. But
yeah.
to agree to agree, that's like, we're not going to sit here and keep going longevity, you know, long over that. And then the last thing that I noticed was how her face lit up when she asked him about his skin routine. And she just started smiling, because I realized that's probably something she taught him. That's something that she's interested in. She's, you know, the brand ambassador of Fenty and skincare. And to hear your person talk about what you're into and supportive and understanding it means everything. Her face lit up at the end. So I always like to show some kind of positive imagery, because we make assumptions off of pictures, and seeing them together, I don't think you would say that he's like less than her. I still don't see him as less.
He's definitely not less than her.
Yeah.
Or you know, I mean, he might not be where she's at financially because of maybe some of the business decisions that she made that he didn't make, or vice versa. But you know, he's still in a very, very favorable. I mean, he got Rihanna. He won off top. You know what I mean? So
he get the perks now. He get the perks. Ain't no doubt about that. But it's like, are you there
tripping.
because you in love, or are you there for the opportunity?
Right.
I say love. What y'all say?
I don't think that he needed to be with Rihanna. I think that the opportunity that he jumped on was the opportunity to be with Riri. It don't have nothing to do with her money or none of that stuff. It's not like I said, it's not like he was some pleb. It's not like he's some dude that don't nobody know, you know, like Monique's man. She went and got somebody that don't nobody know, and he come off talk calling him daddy and shit. Like, this is not what happened. You know, ASAP Rocky is, you know, was in his own lane, doing his own thing, doing what he was doing. They came together. and
Mm-hmm.
love happened. And that's just what it is. It really doesn't
Yes,
even have to have a rhyme or a reason to it. That's
that's
just
right.
what it is. You know what I'm
Yes.
It's
saying?
like the
She
Candy and Todd situation. You
Mm,
know what I'm saying? I mean, Candy's mother thought that Todd was trying to get with Candy because she's a
right.
Todd,
millionaire.
like Todd already had his own
She called
shit
him
going on.
every moocher.
Just because
Yeah.
we didn't necessarily know what
Right.
all Todd was into. Not every millionaire or every person that has money is going to be known to you.
Mm-hmm.
But Candy
Some
knew.
people is moving quiet. Yeah, she
Yeah,
knew.
Candy knew.
Some
Right.
people
Candy
is
knew. And
moving
that's what
quiet.
mattered.
She knew. And she didn't
Yeah.
even let her mother deter her. She let her mama know. You know,
Roy
I
Right.
love
said
you,
that he's
but
part of
we're gonna
a
be together.
family. He's part of a family business. My dad is currently my boss. I still am an entrepreneur mindset. I'm preparing to lead and making my own organic connections. That is wonderful. And we are right behind you. You could definitely do it. He also commented that Rihanna was also in fashion video, his video Fashion Killer years ago. So yeah, they knew it was a connection there. They may not have acted it on there, and who knows where life leads you, but they found each other back again. And
Yeah.
I'm here for it. But we gonna leave on that note. I definitely want to invite you guys back. I'll drop that link and I'll let y'all know when we're gonna do another topic. I love speaking with y'all. I see the audience definitely like y'all interacting with us and stuff like that. And I think this is necessary. It's necessary for us to hear our own opinions as well. I learned a lot from you, Dre. So thank you for coming. I
Pleasure
always
was
learn
all
from my
mine.
girl SJ. Okay. So I thank you for coming as well. Do you guys have any
Absolutely.
last words, closing words for the audience, leading with something positive regarding, relationships or self-love or personal development? It's on y'all.
SJ can go first.
Well, I was looking for my cards, but I can't put them in my hand
Come
right
on,
now.
we need a card.
I know you got yours. Do you have
Yeah,
yours?
I got
See,
mine. They upstairs though.
see they upstairs.
By
That's
my
where mine
bed.
is too.
By my
But
bed.
but like I said, for me, it really is about self-love. And that is just the first step. Once you love yourself adequately, then you're able to create a safe space where other people can love you too. And so for exactly who you are. I say you should be loving yourself so much that anybody else loving you is extra.
Mm, I
Don't
know
date
that's
out of
right.
desperation. Get you together before you're looking to partner up with somebody else so that you can expect the same in return. Let the magic happen naturally.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm at with
I
that.
love it. I love it. Dre?
Um, I think that the most important thing that we can do in this space of time that we're in is maximize every opportunity that we have to be positive, to think positive, and to spread positivity. To develop our minds in a way that's going to be constructive and not destructive. To be able to articulate effectively exactly what it is that we're thinking, so that we're building and not destroying. When we speak, our words become worlds. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So when we speak, we have to make sure that we're speaking grace to the ears of the hearer, like the Bible
Yes.
says. You know
Yes.
what I mean? It's critically important that when we speak, we're speaking for the sake of a purpose. A lot of times people speak things and they don't mean anything.
Mhm.
People talk just to hear themselves talk.
That's right.
So I think that that's important. But also, it's critically important for me personally that I daily just recognize my condition, recognize what it is that I'm up against within myself, that I am my own competition. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I'm my greatest challenge. You
Yes.
know what I mean? And the fact that I know that and I recognize that, it eliminates me from blaming anybody else about any shortcomings or downfalls that I may encounter along life's way.
That's right.
So self accountability is definitely akin to self care. Um, and it's critically important that we hold ourselves accountable, that we don't just go along just to get along and just
Mm-hmm.
do things because it feels good, or
That's
do
right.
things just because everybody else is doing them. My pastor said something that was pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "It's not about if something is right or wrong, but if it's wise."
Ooh,
Because
I
we
like
can
it.
justify right to make it wrong.
Yeah.
We can make right wrong, and we can make wrong right. We can
Right.
justify it, we can spin it, but is it wise?
Is it wise? I like
You know what
that.
I'm saying? So I think that that's the thing that I want to leave. We want to operate in wisdom. We want to, and I lead with 4 things. I
Mhm.
lead with peace, humility, respect, and love.
I love that.
That's
I
what I
love
lead
that.
with. Anytime I approach somebody, I'm peace king, peace queen. How you doing, brother?
Yes.
Nice to meet you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That if you buck up against those 4 things,
Yeah.
peace, respect, humility, and love, then
Yes.
that's a you problem.
I know that. There you go. There you go. I love it. I love it.
So,
And
Because
both of
only
y'all, I know
somebody that
y'all
don't love
both got
themselves could buck against it.
huh?
Only somebody that don't love themselves could buck against those things.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right. And it's all about self-love.
Yeah.
Both of y'all have great energy. Y'all always, we bigger than this. Dre send me books and things that make me laugh and old school music. And it
Right.
just be right on time. So I appreciate you for that. SJ, you always in my corner, always sending me stuff, always checking on me. And I appreciate you for that as well. I definitely want to thank you guys for coming through. We're going to continue this dialogue because I like this. I like this little energy thing we got going on. I'm going to hit y'all up for the next one. Everybody in the comments that came through, I appreciate y'all. I see y'all dropping them hearts. Y'all liking this episode. So we're going to give y'all more because guess what? We are the next generation. You see, Tiana was up here. She's 22 years old. She need that insight. She need things to, bounce off her own opinions. So we're going to give it to y'all. All right. Well, I do
Sounds
thank
good.
y'all. Have a good night. And we see y'all next time.
All right.
It's my assignment to show you the progress that I've made, that God did.